I'm Sonny the Badger.
And I'm Angie, Mama Badger from the Badgers and the Biker Lifestyle on Facebook and supportbikers.com.
And I am the crazy guy that came up with the world record poker run 2021.
This is episode 14.
14.
And if you guys watched our last video, we ended in Sturgis at the Buffalo Chip. But I told you guys that I have a bunch of stories to share with you guys.
Stories from the road.
Yeah.
People that rode the ride and just the different experiences they had and wild stories and crazy stories. And I think this is going to be my favorite video because I just like hearing what happened to everybody else.
Yeah, what happened with them. So it starts out with the Buffalo Chip just getting there and me walking around and basically doing like little interviews with everybody as they're pulling their final card.
All right, guys, check it out.
I came, I rode, I set. All right, guys, we are at the Buffalo Chip. It is official. We are here. Everybody's getting ready to pull their final card. I should ask Ken what his card looks like. So I'm gonna walk around and I'm gonna start interviewing some people. But congratulations, this is so awesome. It has been a journey. I see you guys saying congrats on here. If you've never been to the Buffalo Chip, here you go. This is the crossroads section. This is nice. It's shaded right here. This is wonderful. All right, so they're lined up now. We're gonna be on that stage right over there at 5 o'clock. And I can't wait. I'm nervous. I'll be honest. I'm so nervous. All right, so we got everybody lined up, pulling their cards. Let's see what we got. All right, I'm gonna show number 98, Tim from Florida. And you got the worst hand, is that what you said? All right, thank you, Toby, for helping out. All right, we got Brad from Nebraska, number 37.
Brad Deno, rider number 37 from Juanita, Nebraska. Been in debate for about 6 years. Our district is 12. I was on your Badgers Biker Lifestyle for probably about a year and a half. And then I invited Brent in and another guy named Sprinkles. One day Brent, I seen the poker run. And it's like, well, that'd be pretty cool to go on. But it's like, I doubt anybody would go. And then about a month later, Brent's like, I don't know if you've seen this or not. He's like, that Badgers and Biker Lifestyle you put me on, he's like, they're doing a poker run. I was like, yeah, it sounds pretty fun, don't it? And he's like, what do you think? And I was like, well, let's go. I mean, let's do it. And Dwight and Tracy, Dwight and Brent was in the same class in high school, so he kind of brought them in. Picked up the other two, and you know what? 7 of us had a great time, so.
Okay, Brad, what was the best part? You guys did some camping, right? You did some camping?
Yeah, we did some camping. The best part is we're 360 miles from the house now.
I know, they're like so close to home. In fact, they took pictures of them here. They took pictures of them here before they came to Florida. And said nobody's.
Appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome.
Well, one of our Indian riders got some sweat in his eye because we're not used to sweating quite that much. All day and all night. We're a little drier. I mean, we have some humidity, but not like that. So we actually got separated for a little bit on the interstate, and they got all the way into Georgia without their helmets because they was on another bike. So they got to ride, I don't know, 150 miles or so without some helmets. So. Brent and Dwight and Tracy all booked the hotels where you guys would stay at, and the rest of us camped out as much as we could. Like I said, the humidity was kind of killing us off, and Brian's like, "I tell you what, guys, we'll make a deal." He's like, "We'll split motel rooms until we get out of this humidity." So we did motels for a couple days down in there, but once we hit Oak City, we camped out there the rest of the way up. So.
Okay.
Actually, there was north of Golden. We stayed in a motel because it was like 31 that night or something. So
yeah, it was chilly up there in the hills because we ran about 2 hours north there to Fraser. Yeah. So we left out of Golden right after the stop. We didn't stay and hang out, and then we stayed up there in Fraser because it was getting chilly up there in those mountains at night.
But somewhere between Amarillo and Raton, I just kind of let everything go. I mean, nothing else really mattered. And, I'm 4 months after this, and there's still really anything else that matters. I don't know, give a damn broke somewhere along the way. But I mean, it's just, I don't think you could have got any happier than that. Just, hanging out.
Hit that moment of zen.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's that euphoric Zen state. It's just there's no other way to describe it. Like people that don't do this don't get it.
I'm still there,
yeah.
So it's a nice feeling.
Yeah.
That much time together with 3 or 4 other people. We all have some attitudes. Most of us have a Type A personality, and we didn't kill each other at all. We had some adversities with, hitches and headlights and clutches. Apps were a big thing. I threw a little fit there. I rode all the way down there. I couldn't get on the Mile IQ. Part of it was lack of service. I tried for 5 hours. I had a huge meltdown. You ride, a couple thousand miles to do this, and not going to get qualified because of the stupid app. I was pretty ticked.
Yeah.
Somewhere later that night, it finally went through, and I think we all had some pretty good attitudes for what we did go through with the heat and the rain and just not being able to sleep in the heat. I mean, it was kind of short some sleep, and like I said, just the different adversities that we went through, and we got each other there. So, I mean, it's a bond that it'll never be broken. So.
Best part of it? Colorado? All of it? I have to agree. Okay, so name, rider number, and where you're from.
Rider number 143, and I'm from Northwest.
So he was one of the last ones to sign up to come with the crew. I'm glad you made it with them.
I kind of just walked in off the street, just looking for a taco.
We know you love your tacos.
Kyle, rider 143 from North Platte, Nebraska.
Brian brought Kyle in here. They actually met in Fort Collins one day at the Indian dealership. And he said, "Hey, you look stupid enough to go on this ride to Florida with us. You want to go?" And, you just become part of the family then.
I just sent the packet and stuff to a family I have down there in Jacksonville, where I was born and raised, just because I didn't want to lose it on the ride down, because I did a saddle sore on the way down. And so I didn't want to sit there and carry anything extra on the bike because I didn't know how much y'all were going to send us. So I just sent it to family in Florida. I linked up in Jacksonville with them, picked it up, and then I rode the rest of the way down with the packet. The first 2 days I would say were probably the toughest because just the immense heat down there. And
Yeah.
Like I said, I grew up there, so doing 2-a-days at football and then playing baseball year round and stuff like that. Like I thought I was used to it, but apparently there ain't no getting used to it because it smoked me. You put a picture up in a video a while back with me just sitting outside of a gas station eating Subway.
He almost quit.
I was ready to go home. I was like, this.
Seriously.
East of Little Rock.
Yeah, I was just east of Little Rock in Carlisle, Arkansas, and I was ready to go home. I was
like, I'm done.
Yeah, I walked from the bathroom to my bike, and I sounded like SpongeBob, just all the way across the parking lot. Dude, I am so done with this right now. It's just not. This isn't even fun. And yeah, but like I said, the first 2 days it was just the heat, and then I camped out in Columbus, and it didn't get any better at night. It was just as hot at night, and I was sitting there sweating in my tent just the same.
This dude was bundled up in New Mexico at 71 degrees. He was freezing.
It was 62.
It was
61. It was 62.
Wearing t-shirts, and he's all bundled up.
Oh, weather wizard over here sits there. It's like, we're going to miss the rain. It's like, all right, we get to where we're at. The front of my pants are soaked. I'm like, we didn't miss it at all. We went right through it.
Yeah, we were south of Pagosa Springs. We're going to miss the rain.
Yeah.
It's like, we're going to go right around the rain.
Yeah.
And of course, I knew he was going right through it.
Yeah.
And we get up to, what is that?
Yeah, we missed the rain like John Rocker missed beanballs.
Yeah, Pagosa Springs. I said, see, I told you he was going to go right around it. He's like, we went right through it.
Right through it, yeah. That was my only pair of fleece lined jeans. I was soaked.
Oh.
All things considered, though, that was probably the prettiest section of the run. Like that, I've never run those roads on a motorcycle, and it was just, I don't know. I'm not a Zen guy, but that definitely put me at a certain peace that I never really experienced before, and it was awesome. I couldn't even just put it into words right now. It was awesome. Then they do it between 6 and 8.
Yeah.
Daylight, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, between 6 a.m. and 8.
And it was always dark. It was always dark when
Yeah.
we got put to bed. Every night.
It was mostly riding with these guys that was the highlight of the trip, because it's like I said, we only met probably 3 months before the run started, and we'd only run one time before this poker run. We did a poker run on a Saturday that took all of 6 hours. So that was child's play compared to this world record poker run. So going across the country with these guys, learning the way they ride, learning how they do things, learning how to manage and handle myself on a multi-day run like this, which is by far the longest run I've ever been on, was probably the highlight of the trip, because it was a learning experience more than anything.
That's
Yeah, there's a lot of tacos.
Yeah, and there were some tacos in there. You're right.
Right?
Which was funny because that picture was with you at Subway eating.
Yeah. They're not known for their tacos in Carlisle, Arkansas. So I did what I had to do. But if it makes you feel any better, 45 minutes later, we were in a Mexican restaurant outside the Days Inn in Little Rock eating some tacos. So it all worked out.
Awesome. Great. All right, guys. Congrats, you made it. Yes, we all survived. So name? Chris. Number 64. What was the best part? Joined in Cheyenne. Awesome. I'm loving that.
Brian, Rider 64, Brule, Nebraska. Up through north of Golden there. In 2 days, we crossed the Continental Divide 5 times, I think.
Tapping to check Facebook, and Blacktop Devil was on. It's like, hey, sorry, we got a reroute. They just closed Continental Divide, and I shot him a text like, dude, we just made it through there like 20 minutes ago. So we're not going back and rerouting. So.
Yeah, no, if you already made it through. You got to go through in the daylight?
Yeah.
On the run, you guys know I lost a headlight, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And I didn't just lose the headlight. I lost the power to the headlights because of the computer module.
He was looking at his fender for the last half of the trip.
It took another 2 months before I was able to get that computer module replaced at Indian there in Fort Collins. And the Indian covered the whole cost of everything. It's just a matter of waiting for it. So it worked out all right. But I still have that LED light bar on my tool bag.
Do you?
Took him a couple days to come around to the idea, because he's like, if this light don't work in the morning, he's like, I'm going home. And I was like, dude, we're on the way home. I was like, you're gonna make this run. And in Amarillo, we went to Harbor Freight, and he bought the light and everything we needed, and then wired it in and returned that night. So then he had a smile on his face the rest of the time.
Yeah.
It took me that 2 days to figure out how I was going to attach it. And then it came to me, I'll strap it to that tool bag. And yeah, it worked perfect.
Yeah.
I had an issue on the way down. I was pulling a trailer, and the hitch bent, and it bent so far down the ball joint was actually binding on itself. And so I had to have a little repair work done there in Hollywood, Florida. But east of New Orleans, we run across a guy in a service truck was waiting for a bridge to open, and there was some ready rod, and he gave it to us, and we used that to straighten that hitch out a couple different times.
Brian kept trying to throw it away the entire time, but they turned it into a project.
Yeah, Brad made me a headlight for the bike with my rider number on it. Out of that ready rod, and that's pretty cool. But to show this was the 4 nuts that were on it, and not only was there 4 nuts, there were 7 of us. Where's
up that left? Stage left.
I stamped everybody's name in it.
Oh, no way.
And the world record poker run.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that is so awesome.
Yeah. So, and that belongs to Brian now. That's his memento, because he dragged that piece of rod around for about 3,000 miles.
For me, it was the last day at Cheyenne to Sturgis, because the wife met me in Cheyenne, spent the night with us. She's sitting right over here, and she told me, do not bring it up.
So he's not gonna.
So I won't bring it up. But
it's cool. We got tacos. She won't be mad.
She could ride with me in the Sturgis that day. Why don't you come over here and say hi?
Yeah, come say hi. Need another chick in the room. I love my girls that ride too. Hi, sweetie.
Right, 64 and a half.
Awesome.
That's cool. So she was one that got to jump on, and I thought that was really cool to see wives and friends and, you know, people jumping in on the route too that got to join in. So I'm glad she did that. That's awesome.
Brent from Imperial, Nebraska, rider 34. I had actually used Hall bikes a couple of years earlier. I bought a bike out of Wisconsin on the internet, and they used them to ship it.
So whose bikes was it?
It was mine and Dwight and Tracy Coleman's. A week ahead of time, they notified me that the bikes were setting in their warehouse in Oklahoma City and probably wouldn't leave there until the 31st or the 1st. And that's when I started to panic.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, no, this isn't going to work. And the day that I actually talked to Sonny or sent you guys the message was having troubles, right after I got done sending you guys a message, I got a message from one of the drivers that give me the name of the owner, and I was emailing him the same time you guys were. His email actually came in on my phone at the exact same time Sonny's email came in that the bikes would be there. So, I mean, it was that last week I was about ready to either shoot somebody or something bad was going to happen somewhere. It might have been me in a corner crying. But there, the day we got there, everything was great on them. They even wore some for us at Burt's, which Burt's was great dealing with them. And it all worked out, so. So Dwight and Tracy and I took my motor home, and they took a trailer. We took them up to Sturgis before we left and parked them at the campsite. Then we flew from Rapid City to Denver and then on down there for the poker run. So we had a motorhome sitting there and campsite all set up when we got there. Dwight, Tracy, and I the next day were behind these guys because they weren't staying in the same place. We ended up that day with 4 guys from Missouri, saw us go by them at 90 mile an hour. They jumped in behind us, followed us to the first gas station we stopped at. They rode with us the whole rest of the way. So for me, meeting those 4 guys and getting to know them, that they were just a kick in the butt. They were fun guys, and we just had a blast riding with them and hearing about their lifestyle, what they do compared to what we do. It was just fun. Dan, Doug, and they're all from Missouri. All 4 of them are from Missouri.
I'm Jason, rider 40 from Imperial. Seen all the different country on a bike. I mean, granted, I would have liked to seen coming into Eureka Springs a little bit better without the rain.
Let's have a beer and keep going.
Yeah.
That's just these guys. I was ready to find a campsite and bed down for about 3 days straight. That was good.
You're tired. Wait.
Yeah, I bought a bottle of
Let
tequila.
me get this straight. The young guy went down before
The
everybody else.
millennial went down.
Yeah.
He was tired almost the whole trip.
Yep.
In his
Yeah.
defense, he was on the only bike without a windshield too, amongst us.
I got a real strong neck though, I'll tell
He
you right
was
now.
fighting the hurricane all the way.
Yeah, those windshields are nice, huh?
No. I still ain't got one. Not getting one.
All right. Okay, name, rider number.
Sergio Minus, number 133.
Yeah! Sergio, what's your card look like? Where are you from?
Fountain, Colorado.
Colorado. So we just went through your state. So you're used to riding in that state. So,
I did.
okay. So what was the best part of this trip?
Best part, I stopped at my house.
Did you get a shower?
I did.
Did you do some laundry? Oh! No, I haven't got any of that. I've been too busy and worn out. Rider name, number.
Number 114.
And anything, did you mark anything off the bucket list today? This from start to finish, making it to the end, baby.
Rider number 131. Harrison, Arkansas. Actual Sturgis.
Being here, first time? Me too, we're virgins. Woo! Oh no. Oh, okay. You rode in with the world record poker run and made it epic. Like us. Andy rode bitch on the back.
Best part of my whole trip. I admit it, he did it. Yep.
With this man right here. Miss Hannah was messaging me and she's like, I want pictures. No.
One picture. Done and done. That's it. One picture.
Okay, so Andy's bike broke down between Golden and Cheyenne. Carrie was on the back. Carrie jumped in the truck and trailer, but so that Andy could finish this out because Andy's been with us from the beginning. there we go. Let me see if there's.
First thing this morning.
There we.
Coffee before the gas station.
I love it. He made it, guys. That's what counts. Thank you so
Whatever it
much.
takes to finish.
So we're halfway probably to Cheyenne, right? What is Golden to Cheyenne? 350 or something, right? It wasn't that long. So we're 130 miles shy of Cheyenne.
Yeah.
And the bike sounds like it's out of gas. We pull over, we try everything. 3 calls to AAA. They failed us 3 times in a row.
Sat there for like 4
hours.
Yeah, waiting.
After
thumbs up, we got it.
After
no
they
big deal.
connected, the oil crew leader guy shows up, had already taken an assessment of the deal without even talking to us. Says, I got my crew coming. My guy's going to get his trailer. He lives down there. We're going to get your bike on. And what else do you need? I said, I'm going to Cheyenne. He says, oh, no problem. We'll just take you there. We get into his truck. After they load my bike, they're like, get out of the way. They load my bike for me, strap it down in his trailer. We get in the truck with him, and we just met him. Hey, let's go to Cheyenne. He's like, hey, yeah, I was going to go there anyways. He said, I called Sherry. I called Angie, and I said, hey, I'm not out. I'm going to be there. We got my bike on the trailer. We're coming. She says, oh, no. You got to ride here. The dude driving, who's bringing my bike to Cheyenne, says, oh, man, my house is right over here. You can just ride my bike there. We'll get you to Cheyenne. You ride my bike, follow me. I'll put it on the trailer and bring it back. So I got this 2017 road ride, 14-inch 8. I'm like, all right, cool.
Do you have a
His
picture
house-
of that by chance?
Huh?
Do you have a picture of you on that bike by chance?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah?
did for evidence.
All right. Awesome. I got it. You got to
As
get
well
that
as
to
Harley.
me.
Yep.
He brings us to his place. It is 5-6 inch rock gravel road for 2.5 miles through an oil field. And I'm like thinking, I gotta ride his bike through this shit.
Yeah.
And he says, oh, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. He says, you know what it does is it gets you home on time. You don't go drinking at the bar and go down this road. I bet you don't. For 2.5 miles, following them. The rocks are slipping out. Bing, 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 off the inside of the fender. His bike. It's his bike. I'm like, and I got my feet up. I'm like, just don't drop this bike, right? So we finally get to the get on the road again, the highway, and he pulls out, and I pull that bike out onto the road, and I'm like, oh my God, thank God, I don't have to drive it back to his garage. I get my bike dropped off at the dealer in Cheyenne.
Thank you.
And I called him, I said, don't you close your shit, I need you to fix my bike. I'm on a mission, I'm finishing this fucking thing.
He's going to Sturgis.
And the chief mechanic guy came back and said, you got no compression, you're screwed, you need a total rebuild. I was like, what? Sounds like I ran out of gas. Nope, no compression, that means this, or that. And it was actually not any of those things.
What was it?
An intake spring broke. That's it. They could have fixed it in an hour.
And we had to ship it back. Meantime, though, now we're trying to figure out how we're going to get to Sturgis.
Yeah, and Spade's like,
Bikes were $1,000 a day,
yeah.
whatever.
And
Our
I couldn't
good
even
friend
get it unless I
Spade,
went, yeah.
What
So
did he
then,
do?
and then Spade showed us said, don't worry, man, I got you. You just ride with me. I'll send some shit with you, and we'll go.
He said, you can ride big.
You can ride big. And I said, all right, I'm still
Inserting
exercising my
picture here.
options. I'm still exercising my
We have a
options.
picture of
Give me a
that.
minute.
Yeah.
Before, and soon I found out I had no options.
And now
said,
I
dude,
think he has a different appreciation
I said, dude,
for the ones that ride big.
anyway.
Now
I said,
they-
all right, I'm going with you. He says, all right, let's do this. You know, he's all good. And then they're like, oh, let's get your picture. He's like, oh, no, we're not doing that. Myra's out there smiling. He's like, nope,
Myra gave you her
nope.
little bling bling
Yeah,
headband.
yeah, and Myra really wanted to help me. So she
I wanted to support it.
a rainbow bling.
Myra. Thank you to Myra for that.
Thanks to Misha.
Good thing I had an extra one.
I bought it. Let Andy have it.
So then we go, we're 80, 90, 100 miles out of town. We pull in a gas station where every biker is getting gas. And Spade pulls up to the gas station. I get off the bike, I go in and get something to drink and go to the bathroom. Yeah.
Skittle.
He gets gas, pulls up by the door of the gas station where everybody's hanging out. He's like, sweetheart, are we gonna go? Get on the bike. And I'm drinking my chocolate milk, I'm slamming myself. Oh, here I come, sweetie, I'm on my way. 120 miles an hour past semis in the wide open wilderness of South Dakota. And I'm like, oh man. I feel like I was probably trying to be like, Myra, dude, you're going really fast. Poking him. You're going really fast right now. You should have seen how many bikers 120 miles an hour passes. I'm doing my parade wave. Hey, dudes. Then we get to Sturgis. Now we're in Sturgis. You got to ride the whole strip to finish the damn trip.
Hanging on to space.
10 stops between intersections. It's all stop signs. And these dudes are like pointing at me and laughing, their girlfriends. But I paid emotionally, as you can tell. There's a lot of wounds that are going to take time to heal. There may be scar tissue. I might have scar tissue on my heart when we're done.
So this is Spade, rider 83 from, and this is,
Northport, Florida.
look at this card, guys.
I had a rough start, and then a prairie dog in Colorado took my car and I had to chase the wolf. Quick.
I know, you got hungry on the ride. Come on, I know. It was grueling.
It's fine.
Real good. Anything you marked off the bucket list?
Yes.
Hannah, he made it, by the way. He's here. He's right here, Hannah. He made it. He's good. And nah, she's like, I'm not worried. Although she's like, I hadn't heard from him.
Massage on the way down here.
I love it. All right, we got Brenda. Ozarks HD riders, we made it, girl, we made it. Yes, but okay, so rider number and where you're from?
Number 8 from Missouri.
And she's from Missouri. Riding with Dan on a trike. Did you have like a bucket list? Anything you marked off to this whole trip? Was there anything?
We've done a lot of stuff, seen a lot of country. The $1 Million Highway was one.
What you want to do that you hadn't done yet? Yes. Yeah, same here. Hi guys, there's Sonny. He's on YouTube.
Did you hear everybody?
Yeah.
When they're like, when James Maddox said, "You got something else planned?"
Okay, what is it? No, tell me. Okay.
So James is like, "So what's next?"
Uh-huh.
And I said, "Well, I had the idea on the way here." And everybody's like, "I'm in." Look, the Shunks, the Shanks, all of them are like, "I'm in, man. Whatever." Ozarks HD's in.
Oh man, seriously, should we do something like this again?
Toby's in. Toby's in.
I know we'll have lots of help if we do this. We got 3 card pools right here. And what happens is everybody lines up to take and pull their last card. After they pull their last card, they line up here. They get their picture taken by Joe from the stunt lot. Says next, takes their picture. Where's the box that they're dropping the cards in? So Baby Badger is the box that they're giving the cards to. There we go.
Hey, you got a text from Dave Acker. He's watching. Hey, Dave.
Ah, there you go.
Ken and Radine Shunk. We're from Central Michigan, a little town called Sumner. We own Leisure Lake Family Campground here, and we also own River Ridge Family Campground with our daughter, Kendra, and her family.
Everybody said to buy monkey butt and all this stuff. So we did. We loaded up. We had like 3 bottles of monkey butt. And at first I was like, what is this stuff? Seriously, I never even heard of it before.
14 days, just under 7,000 miles. I know, I mean, we enjoyed all of it. We were with our friends, Chris and Michelle and James and Jesse Maddox. We were within 20, 30 miles of the pass. So there was another group of bikes that came through, and we all turned around and ended up going 5 hours out of our way to reroute to get to where we got to go. So we were planning to be at our destination around, I don't know, around 5:30. We pulled in at 12:30 at night. Oh, it was cold.
It was pretty cold.
It dropped a lot. We ended up putting all of our rain gear on just to help keep warm.
We did. And you'd think we'd be used to it around here living in Michigan. But I was like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to complain about the cold again.
That ended up being a 16-and-a-half-hour day for us.
I actually teared up. I cried because I was so proud of myself, and I was just proud of the accomplishment because I thought for sure, you know, that's a long time on a bike, and to be able to get there, and it was, I don't know, it's just sort of a remarkable thing, and it, like, the adrenaline was going, and I mean, I was at that point where it's like, oh my gosh, I thought I was going to bust out and just cry because I was so happy we made it.
I had the Legends suspension front and rear installed on the bike, and I says, honey, I'm going to try making this as comfortable as possible for you.
He did.
And
he made it so comfortable. That's probably my memorable experience.
Falling
Was
asleep.
After I found out what I did, I'd fallen asleep on the back of his bike, and I thought, oh my goodness, I could have fell off and died.
she slept for about an hour and a half. It was just more than going to Sturgis for us. It was us to get away, you know, her and I, to just enjoy 31 years of marriage and her birthday over the 4th there. And yes, what was the one you guys actually taled about it last night in the video?
Stone Gate.
Yes.
That's right down your alley. That's like Bass Pro Cabela's in a hotel.
We pulled in there and I was like, heaven. What's the name
Can you
of
see
it?
this?
Okay, what does it say?
That was in Silverton.
Silverton, Colorado. We left and we were coming around the corner, like just starting to head up the mountains, and this place was at the base of the mountain, and we seen a couple other bikes pulled over there, and
we didn't realize it wasn't
imagine this. We didn't had to go to the bathroom, and so we were trying to figure out. I mean,
I did, but still.
We were like 10 miles from the hotel. We had to pull over already, but so I pulled over, and we all did, and the girls ran out behind this shed garage or whatever.
We were getting ready to go, and then the lady goes, "Hey, I'll open up for you." We're like, okay, good, because it wasn't going to go back. We've probably been arrested.
So this super nice couple, they live right there. It's right out in their backyard. They kind of fenced it in, made a bar.
So we would like to invite, any bikers and their families to come check out our campground. Just you can give us a call, check out our website. We do not do online reservations because we like to talk to you. Our website is leisurelakefamilycampground.com. It's a long one. And our phone number is 989-875-4689.
I just want to thank Sonny for coming up with a crazy idea.
I'd like to thank Chris and Michelle Shine also for introducing us to Sturgis, accepting us into their pack.
All your sponsors, sponsors for kicking in.
Thank all of them.
These two had their honeymoon. This was their honeymoon, James and Jesse. So say congratulations, guys. Oh my God. Married on the 24th, rode to Florida, and then started the world record with us on the 30th. What? Nobody's hearing this. Nobody knows. So first poker run. He's a virgin poker runner. How many times have you been in Sturgis, Glenn? How many times have you been in Sturgis? Once? I'm here with Glendon Spargo, also known as Glenn. Do you remember your rider number?
86.
Number 86. Yeah. He's from Arkansas, but what town?
Walnut Ridge, Arkansas.
Walnut Ridge.
Legal address. I spend a lot of time in Mountain Home, though.
So tell everybody what you rode.
Oh, I rode a 2006 Harley-Davidson 1200 Custom Sportster.
It's a beauty.
Yeah, nice old bike.
But when I saw you on that Sporty, I was like, dang, he's going to ride that the whole way?
Yeah. The sister Carol that pulled the trailer, she was there, and then the older sister.
But she came at what time? What point? Where were we at when
Eureka
she joined?
Springs.
Were we in Eureka?
Yeah. When we got to Eureka Springs, they decided, well, that's close. We'll come and visit. And then my other sister was like, oh, he's not taking his blood pressure medicine, and you go and follow him around. And that motorcycle's rattling, making noise, and it's old, and then my health is not good anyway. So they decided they would follow me around. Carol would.
Yeah.
So
that's some sister.
Yeah, it's a good sister to do that for me.
To do that.
She's pretty awesome, yeah.
Let's talk about that first day. We're going to talk about the first day.
Oh, yeah.
First day, Glendon comes in to Columbus, Georgia.
Yeah.
And you were the last person I talked to. And it was, what time was it? 12:30 at night?
It was really late. I don't know. Was it 11:30?
It was the next day, I think.
Yeah. It was really late.
You came rolling in, and I was like, holy cow.
Yeah, how late can you be?
And I just talked to somebody earlier that was like, I was riding with this guy, I can't remember his name, and I went to get gas, and he went to get gas, and we tried to meet up, or tried to find him, and then it was funny because you came to me and you said the exact same thing he said.
Yeah.
You tried to find him.
I was trying to find him, and he was trying to find me. Oh, man. Yeah. Crazy. Eureka Springs.
Yeah.
That's always good. And the little Legends bar we went to, totally awesome.
Yeah.
I had pulled into the parking area there, and I tried to turn around right next to their building, and my left knee is weak. I just can't throw a lot of weight on it. Well, down I went right there, wham. Fell over on my side. Luckily, I've got the engine protector, so it didn't squash me or anything.
Yeah.
Didn't scratch the bike up too bad. Oh man, I was really amazed. I have never been there. I've been to Sturgis before, but not during bike week, you know, not during the big bike rally. And so it's like totally different.
Totally different. Isn't it?
Yeah, man. The amount of bikes there is just jaw dropping. You know, you drive for the longest and it's like bikes after bikes after bikes. Then you move over one street and it's still bikes after bikes after bikes. I'm like, wow. Buffalo Chip, you know, they just do everything. It's really awesome.
Yeah.
What a place too. It's really big.
All right, good. I know, take your picture. I'm getting in trouble. All right, so that was Glenn. You got to meet Glenn. He was so sweet. And he had many challenges on this.
I'm sorry, but he gets Badass of the Year award. He rode his Sporty across country with the group. He just kept going.
Medical challenges.
Yeah, I mean, but everywhere, every stop, man, every night, he came rolling in on that Sporty and just, I mean, I'm sorry.
He kept going.
He did. He's like the Energizer freaking bunny, man.
And then he was always smiling.
And happy to be there.
Happy, so thankful. Yeah, and he really helped us because just seeing him that whole trip and what he was going through was really cool. So.
Yeah, guys, you know, we look at stuff like this and, oh, here I go, soapbox. We look at stuff like this, guys, and it's just like inspirational, right? To get out and do the thing. So he got out and did it, and it was freaking awesome.
Yeah. All right, so that isn't it. We have a bunch more interviews to share, the rest of the card pull to go through. So you're just gonna have to tune in next week. Sorry, you're not done with us yet. So join us.
Yes. And then once we're done with this, we actually continued our journeys on after the World Record Poker Run. So we got videos from that's going to follow this. So you guys got lots of videos of travels and just things that happened. So we're excited to share all that with you. And guys, we appreciate you coming every week and hanging out with us, sharing this, telling people about it.
Giving a thumbs up.
Giving a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet. Those things just help us and our channel out, and it helps more people get to see what's going on. So we really appreciate all of your support all the time, and we can't wait to see you next week.
Okay. All right.
Remember, guys, it's not about the destination.
Nope. It's all about the ride.
See ya.
See you next week.
There we go. We made it. We made it. Thank you. I love you, man. What's your name? Tell them your name. Me present River Rat. I love you guys, man. I love you the best.